Greetings once again to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. Celine Driver here again. Yep, another Zelos. Yeah, a lot of Zelos. I seem to like the brand if you haven't already figured that out by now. This would be number 21 that I currently own. I have owned more than 21, but I have sold off a few, and the number goes up and it goes down. Right now it seems to be on somewhat of an upward trend. I'm not bragging, just stating obvious fact. This Zelos was somewhat of an unexpected purchase. I'll explain. Recently, Elshin Tang, the owner of Zelos, he decided to do a clearance sale on a special password-protected page on the Zelos website. The only way you could access it is if you were a member of the Zelos Timekeepers Facebook group. So if you want to access this and you're not already on that group, go to Facebook, join the Zelos Timekeepers group there. Then you will be able to search the listings and find the link to the page and the password. I'm not going to give it out of respect for the privacy of the page. If Elshin decides to open the page to the public later, that's different. As of the day I'm making this video, which is October 16th, 2019, there are still watches available. What those watches were and are mostly prototypes, a few prototypes, watches that came back due to service issues and were repaired, leftovers, that sort of thing. There are a couple of rare pieces on there. There are, as of the time I make this video, there are still one or two ZX7 and ZX8 from the ZX line. Those are the ZX7s were the Damascus or the titanium Damascus heat-treated watch cases. The ZX8s were the ZX watches with the piece of the SR-71 Blackbird airplane for a watch face. There were Horizons on there. There were Makos. There were quite a few watches. So something you might want to check out. I have been chasing a particular Hammerhead for a while. Couldn't find one. And then this sale popped up and I found one. Actually, I had two of them on there, and I was literally the first order on the clearance page. And I grabbed this one very quickly because I had been chasing this one. And Elshin was kind enough to ship it to me in a Zelos box. Now, this watch did come without a strap or spring bars. I used my own strap to actually included a strap but no buckle. So I used a strap and a buckle from a previous purchase. It did come with the roll. It does come with a Zelos ID card. All of them will say Zelos sales because all these watches are not going to come with the typical Zelos warranties. That's detailed on the page, so read that before you buy. This happens to be number 38 of 70. And it is, ta-da, a titanium Hammerhead in a particular colorway. Now, I already own a titanium Hammerhead with the meteorite face and a black bezel, which I have reviewed previously. But I really liked the blue face with the blue bezel, and I've been chasing one for a while. Couldn't find one. And when he came up with this clearance, and there were two of them there, I grabbed one. And it just arrived. He said it would be a week or two until they shipped after ordering, and it was a week and a half and 3 days to get it from Singapore to where I am. And, typical excellent Zelos shipment service. And it's, there's nothing wrong with this watch. I don't know why it was on the clearance page. There is a little bit of minor staining on the back of the case, which I can probably knock off with a Cape Cod cloth, which I'll probably try later. Nothing that I can see wrong with the watch. It doesn't look like it's been opened, or if it was opened, it was done very carefully. The crown works. The bezel action is superb, like every other Zelos I own with a dive bezel. It lines up just right. Good loom. It's keeping good time. I've been checking it against my cell phone, and the time is spot on. So I don't know why it was sent back to Zelos. Maybe there was a problem with the crown, not the crown, but the stem. These SW. Oh wait a minute, this is a Seiko, so never mind. I know the SW 200s are a little weak on the winding stem, but I believe this is a. Let me check. Yeah, it is an NH35 movement, so that probably goes out. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? The watch is working very well for me, and it's not damaged. There's no chunks taken out of the titanium that I've been able to find. Somebody else's loss is my gain, although I'm sure that other person was made whole again by Elshin. He is very good at that. As I said, I paired this with a previous... I actually have that other titanium. It's on a bracelet, so I just took the strap with the titanium buckle that I already had, and a couple of 22 millimeter spring bars, and mounted her up, and there you go. I already had the parts, so I didn't have to buy anything extra. And I like these canvas, the look of the canvas straps. They have a leather backing, so they're nice and comfortable, and they look really nice with the titanium and the white stitching. It looks very sporty. And there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist, typically as all my other Hammerheads do. It fits very nicely across the wrist. Almost no lug overhang on this design. So this could wear on people with much smaller wrists than I have. I'd probably say down into the mid 6s in terms of maybe even the low 6 inch, maybe 6 1/4, depending on how you guys with smaller wrists like to wear your watches. But nothing wrong with this watch. Very happy with it. Got my sheet O facts here, just in case you'd like to know a little bit of nerd stuff. Let's see. Hammerhead titanium, blue face, blue bezel insert. It is a titanium case. The bezel insert is ceramic, so very tough. And with my history of the other titanium Hammerhead that I have, it wears well, doesn't seem to be too terribly susceptible to damage, and very comfortable. It has a double dome sapphire crystal. Excellent. There doesn't seem to be any damage to the crystal. I did look very carefully under my little magnifying goggles for that. I don't see any damage. My eyesight isn't the greatest, but I'd like to think I was thorough in my examination. As all other Hammerheads. It is a 44 millimeter diameter case. It is 17 millimeters thick, so it is a big watch. Not going to fit under a dress cuff, that's for sure. 22 millimeter lug width, 49 millimeter tip to tip, 1,000 meter water resistance. Uses and you can see the little 1,000 right there. Uses a Seiko NH35 movement with the date window at the 6 o'clock, which I think provides a nice symmetry between the obviously now covered up Zelos logo and the date. Instead of it being here or here, I think that's a nice symmetry. And as I've shown you already, the 120 click, very positive feeling bezel. And of course, excellent quality. Everything lines up. Nice sweep of the hand. That looks very nice. So, all in all, just another great piece from Zelos. I mean, I have a bunch of these. I reviewed a bunch of these. You know I'm gonna. I'd like to say I'm gonna tell you if there's something screwball about these watches. But other than now I own 4 Makos. They're all version 1 Makos. I know there's a version 3 out there coming out soon. The version 2s are out. I have the version 1s with the smaller crowns, and I've had trouble with 2 of them with the stems locking up, and I had to have them replaced. Elshin actually didn't argue the point at all. I had replacements shipped to me within 4 days, plus a FedEx label for me to return the old piece, and he just said, take the rear cover off the old one, put it on the new one so you keep your serial number, and ship me back the old one, and I'll repair it here. So I've had that happen with 2 of them. I'm upfront and honest about that. They were both replaced within 4 days of me contacting Elshin. I had no problems, and other than those 2 watches across not only my collection but my father's collection, no problems with these watches. And I gotta tell you, I can tell you a couple of stories about some ultra high-end, high horology, luxury horology, whatever term you want to call it, watches that I didn't even come close to witnessing the level of service I've gotten out of Zelos. I won't name brand names, but they begin with the letter U. Go figure it out. Beautiful watch. I'm so glad I finally tracked down this colorway. Blue is my favorite color, as I think we've gone over that. And I really wanted to get this watch once I saw one, and now I have one, and I'm very happy about that. And that's where I'm going to end my video, with my happiness. So, if you enjoyed my video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I read them all. I respond to them all. I delete the nasty stuff, and I block the poster. I ain't got time for that. And if you're not already a subscriber, please, first of all, welcome. If this is your first time here, please consider clicking the red subscribe button and click the bell icon next to it, so that when I post new content, which I try to do as often as I can, you'll be notified. So thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed my review of a watch that I've been chasing for quite a while, and enjoying my happiness with me, and I'll see you in my next video.